Hey guys, welcome back to 𝘿𝙚𝓻𝓿𝓵. Today we have another got a Forest Falcon featuring our Staraptor from Brilliant Stars, the new card with the strong breeze attack. For 3 colorless energy, you get to do a super cool effect of shuffling your opponent's active Pokemon and all attached cards back into their deck. It also has the spinning bird attack doing 180 damage for only 4 colorless, but you do have to discard 2 energies from this Pokemon. So how do we attach energy to our Staraptor? We have our Rillaboom to do voltage beat to attach 2 grass energy from your deck to any one of your Pokemon. So to summon our stage 2 cards, we're using our Orbeetle to do Evomancy to pull out our Staraptor and our Rillaboom directly onto the bench from our deck, instead of having to evolve both Starly and Grookey. So to help our Orbeetle evolve fast, we have 4 copies of Rare Candy, 3 Incense, and 1 Ultra Ball. We're also playing 2 Sobble and Drizzle to make it easier for us to do the Rare Candy evolution. You can even use your Shady Dealings to search for a Marnie to put your stage 2 cards in your hand back into the deck, just because they need to be inside your deck for Orbeetle to be able to summon them with Evomancy. We're also playing 1 copy of the old Dusknoir from Vivid Voltage with the Spectral Breach ability, turning all special energies in play into colorless and erasing their effects. This ability can actually be very strong against Rapid Strike, Single Strike, or even Fusion Strike decks, or if they're playing double turbo energy like Arceus VSTAR and Mimikyu, even twin energy for 1 price decks like 𝓕𝓸𝓻𝓮𝓼, Met Party, or 𝑕𝓕𝓵𝓬𝓸𝓷. But make sure you're aware that this ability actually affects your own Pokemon as well. That means our Staraptor can actually make use of twin energy to do Spinning Bird for his first attack if we have this Pokemon in play, just because we may not be able to summon that many Rillaboom to do voltage beat enough times to satisfy its heavy attack cost. So we have 4 level up for the setup, 1 Bird Keeper, 1 Escaper for the switch, 4 Marnie, 3 Research, 1 Schoolgirl, 1 Shauna, 1 Cynthia, and 1 Bruno for the draw support. We're also playing 1 Boss Order and 1 Ordinary Rod for the extra support. Finally, for our energies, we're playing 3 Twin for Evomancy and Staraptor, 7 Basic Grass for voltage beat, plus that 1 Aurora energy to help Orbeetle do 𝘕𝐻�𝑗𝑠 just in case our opponent is playing fighting type Pokemons. Or if you're up against 1 price decks, it can actually help us collect an extra knockout. So that's all for the deck list. Let's go for gameplay! Okay, let's go for our first game versus Arceus again. Well, this is not actually Arceus, my bad. They have an Arceus deck box and sleeve, but they are actually playing Rapid Strike Urshifu. So Rapid Urshifu with Motres and Inteleon, Shady Dealings with Quick Shoot. Very standard meta. I'm not sure why Urshifu is so popular now. I think just because it's hitting the weakness against Arceus, I suppose. And you got your Quick Shoot for those extra damage counters. You got your Motres against Mew VMAX. So it's a very boring deck if you ask me. And they just early on played the 1 price Motres, which is quite ridiculous. That thing is not going to do anything until late stage of the game. So I'm not sure why they're pulling out that early. They should be attaching to the Urshifu. But we got our Spectral Breach, so I think they knew we had that card inside the deck, because you know, it's an essential card to have in any Orbeetle deck. Make sure you have 1 copy at least of your Dusknoir, because you can actually disrupt them a lot if they are playing Rapid Strike energy, Single Strike energy, you know, powerful energy, anything, even of speed energy or any special energy, heat energy. All of those are going to be turned into a colorless energy and has no effect. So stone energy doesn't reduce 20 damage, and it also basically prevents them from attacking. They can't use the attack if they don't have enough specific type of basic energies, because they need those basic to substitute for those type if they have a lot of energy costs. So if those energies, if those attack cost a lot of fighting energy, for example, they need to attach basic energy. They can't use special energy to substitute for those types, which is a huge demand actually, because I don't think a lot of decks play basic energy. If you are using Rapid Strike, Single Strike, I don't think they have that many basics. But if you're playing 1 price deck or Alcremie, stuff like that, I don't think it affects it at all. So if they are using nothing but basic energies, don't pull out your Dusknoir, obviously. Just leave it inside the deck. Use your Evomancy for more copies of Staraptor and maybe an extra fail-safe Rillaboom just in case they boss knock it out. So if they kill a Rillaboom on your bench with a boss, you can actually survive with another copy without having to do Evomancy a second time. So I suppose it's quite difficult to do that just because your first Evomancy may only be able to draw out 2 stage 2 Pokemons. If you are only able to pull out 2 copies, 1 Staraptor and 1 Rillaboom, I think that's still okay because you get to do Strong Breeze to buy you extra few turns, and then, you know, before you get to evolve your second Orbeetle and then Voltage Speed to that one, retreat to that Orbeetle to do Evomancy a second time, or maybe do your Spinning Bird first while preparing your bench Blipbug to evolve with a rare candy later on, so that once the Staraptor dies, you can actually do Evomancy after that. And if they kill your Orbeetle on the bench, at least you get to do Staraptor more times. And, well, we're basically stalling, buying ourselves a bit more time with that first attack. Strong Breeze, quite interesting. You actually get to force your opponent to shuffle everything back. And now they have no VMAX, nothing on their bench to attack with. They couldn't actually use Gale Thrust or even... they couldn't use Rapid Flow or even Gale Thrust on the last turn just because they have no basic fighting. So they did Shady Dealings, so I suppose it's not doing much Strong Breeze if they have that ability. Just because they can quite easily bench it back, get their energy cards out. Shady Dealings looks quite broken. Inteleon, Drizzile. I'm quite happy that it's finally gonna be kicked off the format post-rotation. So 4 months from now, it's gonna be off the game. No more Shady Dealings, I'm so happy. Quick Shoot is still gonna be inside the game though, but there's no more Shady Drizzile. And here comes the Motres V. We're actually playing its weakness though. We're playing Grass type Rillaboom, so we can hit Hammer in for 140, multiplied by 2, 280 damage to kill the Motres. So it can't even survive with a cape. It's gonna die with 1 hit. We just need to make sure Rillaboom doesn't get knocked out after we do the knockout, because they're probably gonna kill something with the Motres V, and after that, if we kill the Motres, they may do a Gale Thrust and a Quick Shoot to knock out our Rillaboom. So we have to be quite aware of that. So it's down to whether they're gonna get the basic energy in time. They may choose to do Boss Order as well. If they play Avery, we're actually forced to discard a Pokemon. So I'm quite scared about that card. I think this list actually has an Avery, so Urshifu plays a lot of different cards to basically earn them wins against any deck. It's gonna be very good against any matchup, just because they're playing so many different types and so many different attacks, so many different strategies, because they have Rapid Flow if you don't play Mana Free, they have Quick Shoot even if you do, they have Motres to attack fast, they have Raihan, they have Avery to disrupt your bench, to force you to discard your Chinchino, Octillery, or even your Shady Drizzile, or anything that you need on your bench, Flaffy. So anything at all, like Cherim as well. It's gonna be really, really difficult to win against that deck, just because they have so many different supports, and they can quite easily get it out with any card in their deck with that Shady Dealings super annoying ability. So we got nothing in our hand, unfortunately. We're gonna be forced to draw something from the prize or the top deck. Let's hope we get a research. We got nothing again, but we did our first attack, our first knockout, and now we're gonna prepare Rillaboom. We should have done Voltage Beat to itself, because we could have killed the Motres this turn had we done that. But now we actually need to buy another turn, which is quite silly. Let's just do Evomancy again. I don't think it's wise though, just because they're probably gonna do Avery after. So let's see what's gonna happen right now. If we do Spinning Bird, it's not actually enough to kill the Motres. But they are gonna kill themselves if they intend to attack a second time, because they're doing 30 recoil damage with the Aura Burn, unless if they have a cape. So another special energy, and they just killed our active. I think our best bet here is to do Spinning Bird to force them to kill their own Motres. But I think we actually bought an extra turn by playing Evomancy a second time, which I don't think is that smart. So if we do Strong Breeze, I don't think it's gonna help out at all. It's gonna slow down our game. It's gonna slow down our strategy, right? It's gonna slow down both players, but they actually get to go first after our Strong Breeze, so it's not good to do that because we're giving them the head start. I think it's just better to try and kill it off early on as while we can. We're gonna do Energy Recycler and then Voltage Beat to the Rillaboom. We got no supporter cards. We're just gonna draw everything out. Get rid of all of those Pokemon cards. Let's do Ultra Ball to get another Pokemon out. We can actually Incense for something else, but I don't think we should be drawing anything else. Oh, we got a 𝘿𝓸𝓻, so let's just get the 𝘿𝓸𝓻 out of the way. I don't think we did that. I'm not sure what we did. So Voltage Beat to itself. And we can either do Spinning Bird or Hammer in to collect the knockout on the next turn. So here comes Avery. I think they're gonna play that this turn, which is gonna be horrible because we just did Evomancy. We have all 5 stage 2 cards on the bench. Oh, they did a boss. Okay. They killed this Dusknoir. Spectral Breach. They removed that so that they get to do what's it called? Rapid Flow on the next turn. If they do Rapid Flow, they can kill the Orbeetle and something else. I don't think they can kill anything else, because we have quite high HP for both stage 2. 170 for Rillaboom, 150 for Staraptor. They can't kill with one hit any of those stage 2 cards. But Orbeetle is only 110 HP. I think it's by far the lowest HP for any stage 2 card. Butterfree is 120. So Orbeetle is the lowest, I would say. The lowest HP stage 2 Pokemon. And they got 2 Shady Dealings Inteleon, which is quite ridiculous. I mean, you don't really need that many. I would say more Quick Shoot is better, because that ability is much more useful. Especially if you are playing up against one price deck. I don't think it's smart. If they have Manaphy, Urshifu is not doing anything, right? It's only doing Gale Thrust, and it's probably gonna die after 1 or 2 hits if your opponent plays Psychic Pokemon as well. That's why we have an Aurora Energy. So this is one of the earlier lists. This game is actually one of the earlier lists. We don't have a Drizzle Sobble for this list, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say, just because I had to update it afterwards. We actually got quite lucky early on. We got our Rare Candy fast, we got our Twin Energy double twice attached, twice in a row, attached 2 turns after the first one. So that's quite lucky that we got 4 stage 2 out on our second turn without using a Shady Dealing. So that's why eventually, after a few modifications, because I had to modify it, otherwise it would be too weak. Without those supports, you can't get your Rare Candy evolution fast enough. You can't do Evomancy on your second turn. It's virtually impossible, because Orbeetle is that difficult. You need to think of a way of evolving with a Rare Candy fast, and also attaching enough energies to summon enough Pokemons while preparing a second Orbeetle, because two stage 2 cards on your bench is not enough. You have to, while attacking with your first Staraptor, think about your second Evomancy, because that's how tight this deck is. You don't really have room to do anything else. We actually got a Starly as well, so this is quite a different list. I'm sorry. Just because we have Rare Candy, we can actually evolve from our hand another copy of Staraptor, so it's better to just Evomancy for more Rillaboom if you have a Starly in your deck. Avery, they finally played that card. So we're gonna discard our Orbeetle. I don't think we need it anymore. We got 2 Rillabooms in play. I think we played our Rod, I'm not sure. Let's just discard that from play. They have 4 prize cards remaining, so I don't think we should be benching anything else. We don't want to give them those extra prize cards. So I think we would fare better killing the VMAX, but they're probably gonna play Cheryl. If they do a Cheryl, we can't do a one-hit knockout against the VMAX. It's a fighting type. We don't have our Aurora energy for this deck. And even if we do, it's only 240 damage. So let's just focus on killing something else for those 3 remaining prizes. If they bench another Motres, another V card, we actually get, I think we got Boss Order still inside the deck. We got another 2 prize for a V knockout. And then Spinning Bird for the final prize. We can just escape rope for that 1 prize knockout. I think Inteleon is going to be dead. Sobble, Drizzile, anything is going to be dead. We just need 1 Staraptor and that's it. 1 Staraptor and 1 Rillaboom. So here comes the Clara. I think they're going to bench another Moltres. Both the baby and the V card probably. Let's see what they're going to do. If they're smart, I don't think they should be benching another V Moltres. So they have no energies now. If we attack this Urshifu passing the turn, it would be really stupid. Because they would essentially be able to Shady Dealings for a Cheryl, or maybe even have it in their hand already. So I think the best bet would be just to Strong Breeze right now. And then focus on killing something else for those 3 remaining prizes. They actually have 4 prize cards as well. So I don't think it's that easy for them to collect all the final 4. They got 2 prize cards on the next turn though, if they can do somehow another Rapid Flow. But we're going to Strong Breeze it now just in case they can do that. No Urshifu on the bench means we are safe. Unless if they do a Mustard, which is quite difficult. Since they need Ultra Balls and, you know, no cards in their hand to pull that card, to pull up that supporter. So let's do Retreat and Voltage Beat. We actually got 7 supporter cards. Look at how ridiculous is that. We did a research for 7 supporter cards. That's insane. And thank God we have exactly 3 energies to do Strong Breeze, because we don't actually have anything else, anything left inside the deck. We got 2 energy recyclers, but we got nothing but supporter cards. That's quite ridiculous. We got a Birdkeeper, Cynthia, 2 Marnies, 1 Research, 1 Skoogler, and 1 Shauna. Like, that's... In the history of Pokemon, I've never had such bad luck. I played a research for all 7 supporters. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, mate. Okay. Let's hope they don't play a Marnie. I think they're gonna attack with the Moltres right now. So let's just do Rillaboom. And then I think it's better to save the Rillaboom. Let's just attack with another Spinning Bird. Do our Hammer in for the final knockout. Because if we have... Wait. I'm not sure which one we should be doing though. Let's just attack with Rillaboom. So, if they kill us right now, I don't think they can attack with Moltres that easily. Oh, they can do Diaphragm Wings though. My bad. Okay, they're gonna scoop it up and attack. Oh, they got 0 retreat because of the tower, I forgot. Tower of Waters. Sobble is a Rapid Strike. 117 to knock us out, because we drew 3 prizes. And now, let's just do Hammer in. Protect 1 Rillaboom on the bench and 1 Staraptor. They actually didn't do... Oh, because they Clara for those Darkness Energy. They have no Darkness Energy in their discard pile. So that means they didn't do Diaphragm Wings. They couldn't do it because they have only that many basic Darkness. And they actually used up everything. They had to attach everything to the Moltres because Rapid Strike doesn't work for Moltres, right? So we finally got Energy Recycler. If we don't get it, it's going to be horrible. That's why we played a Research. Because we only got 2 copies left inside the deck. I think this list only has 2 copies. That's why we didn't get it until like the very last minute. The final list actually has 3 copies and it's safer that way just because we need those Energy Recyclers. Playing only 7 copies of basics, like basic Grass Energy, I don't think we can afford to have anything less. So 3 energy recycler and 1 rod is just nice, the perfect number. And let's do voltage beat to our bench, preparing for a Motres knockout on the next turn. Let's do twin energy. If we can somehow kill the second Motres with a boss, or if we have an escape rope, we can actually kill anything on our bench with a Staraptor. We just need our second energy recycler out somehow. So escape rope recycler after the retreat, because Rillaboom actually forces you to keep the energies. You can't actually discard your energy. So to transfer your energy, essentially you actually have to discard them by retreating and then shuffling them back into your deck with a recycler, voltage beat to transfer it to your Staraptor, and then spinning bird. So this is the final stage of the game. We got 2 prize remaining, they got 3. Pierre's for a rapid strike energy. Interesting. I don't think they can win this, because if they attack with Gale Thrust, oh, they can't do Gale Thrust this turn. They're gonna have to do Strafe, right? If they do Strafe, they can actually Rapid Flow to knock out both our Pokemons on the next turn, which is gonna be quite horrible. Oh, they can't kill the active though, because 30 damage is not enough, right? 120 plus 30 is not enough to kill the active. So I don't think they can win this. It's virtually impossible. They had to kill something else. They couldn't kill... They shouldn't have... No, they don't have the luxury to kill the Staraptor with the Motres just now. They had to kill something else. Because if they Rapid Flow on any other Pokemon, they need another Rapid Flow for the final 2 prize. They actually have 1 more prize after the second Rapid Flow as well to collect. So that's a lot of strikes they need. I think they need another Aura Burn after that. We just need our escape rope, really. But if they do the Inteleon though, if they retreat to the Inteleon, we actually need our spinning bird to collect the knockout. So we need both the escape rope and the energy recycler. So strafe to retreat to the bench. And we got nothing in our hand. This is quite ridiculous. We're gonna shuffle our deck again. So let's see how many supporter cards we have inside the deck. Because we discarded full on 6 supporters with that research on one of our previous turns. We decided to attach to our bench. We got energy recycler, we got boss, we got schoolgirl. We just need a boss or escape rope. If we do escape rope though, we need the energy recycler. So schoolgirl is not really gonna help unless they kill one of our Pokemon right now. We got a rod, that's great. So we still need either a twin, and we don't have any more twin inside the deck though. We still need the recycler, unfortunately. Okay, Gale Thrust. They should have evolved first. Oh, but they have no Rapid Strike Pokemon on the bench though, so they can't actually do the retreat after the evolution because they have nothing to retreat with. So we did our schoolgirl and we got everything. We got everything that we need. We just realized it a bit late, but we can actually escape rope retreat and then energy recycler. So retreat to discard those 3 energies and then recycler to move everything into our deck. And after that, we just need to transfer to the Staraptor to do our spinning bird for the final knockout. And they just conceded because they knew we could do a spinning bird with the Staraptor. And that's it. We won the game. We won against meta Urshifu though. Hyper meta Rapid Strike Urshifu. The, you know, super, what's it called again? Super versatile because you're covering all matchups. You're covering one price matchups, Arceus VSTAR matchup, your, what else? Mew VMAX, Gengar as well because you're playing fighting type. What, Eternatus? I don't think Eternatus you can do a one-hit knockout though, even with a choice belt. 180. Oh, it's actually enough. 180 damage with Gale Thrust. It's enough to kill Eternatus, right? Slowking VMAX, all the poison types. It's crazy, isn't it? Blissey, if they have Dunsparce though, it totally destroys that advantage. And you can only evolve, you can only attack after evolving, so I don't think it really is such a big advantage, because by their first turn, Arceus would probably have, you know, either a VIP pass or a quick ball to summon the Dunsparce. I don't think it's that easy to hit the weakness against those meta decks. If they have no weakness guard though, you can actually do it quite easily. And we got quite lucky with this game again. We got Orbeetle, but we do have a Drizzle for this list. So as you can see, we have a Sobble on the bench. And we just did Shady Dealings for a Marnie, so that we get to summon our Rillaboom from the deck because they need to be inside the deck. And you'll see how useful this card is. It not only offers you the opportunity to evolve with a rare candy. If you have it already in your hand, you can actually search for a Marnie and then put those cards back inside the deck so they get to summon. We actually got a Twin Energy, quite sad. Oh well. You get to summon with your Evomancy. Let's just bench the Sobble because we have no supporter card. And we can't actually, I don't think it's smart to summon anything else. Let's just do one of each. We should really be doing the Spectral Breach, because if they do Houndoom, let's do Strong Breeze the next turn. And then somehow evolve the second Orbeetle to summon another Stage 2 to do Evomancy for our Dusknoir. Because if we get Dusknoir out, Houndoom Single Strike Roar is not going to do anything. Single Strike Roar is only going to attach colorless energy from the deck to their Urshifu, and they can't attack with colorless energy. So Dusknoir is basically going to destroy any single strike decks. It's going to destroy rapid strike combos. It's going to do so much. Dusknoir is the bomb. Dusknoir is insane. We got not many grass energy, as you can see. We're down to one last copy on the next turn. But let's just do Strong Breeze right now. And then deal with those one prize on the bench. On the next turn, we actually have no V card as well. That's great. Let's hope it stays that way. Because you never know if they're playing a Cheryl. And they played, it's quite annoying because we actually have just the right cards to evolve Orbeetle, but I don't think it's too bad though, because we need our supporter card. We need to keep drawing cards from the deck so that we get our energy recycler at just the right time. We actually have to do our research, but Dusknoir is in our hand, so I don't think it's wise to play that. If we do it later though, we may not get the energy recycler in time. So let's just hope, fingers crossed, we have a Rod inside the deck and play our research right now. I don't think Bruno is going to help much. Let's do Voltage Beat for that one energy. And then I have no idea what we should be doing. If we play a Bruno, we could possibly get a Lava Ball for Drizzile and maybe draw better cards on the next turn. But, oh, we actually searched our deck. We searched our deck for the Rod with our Voltage Beat. So we have a Rod inside the deck. It's not in our prize card. And because of that, we actually decided to play a Research. So we can actually do Drizzile for the Rod right now. Shuffle back the Dusknoir Spectral Breach, and then Rai can evolve on the next turn. But I think it's better to just leave it in our hand, because if we do a Bird Keeper, we may draw out either the Rare Candy or the Rod, and then we just need to Shady for one or the other. Shady for the other piece to do both the Rod and the Rare Candy, and then Energy Recycler Voltage Speed for our Evomancy, our second copy. Sorry, our second attack, second shot. And that actually allows us to activate Spectral Breach. So you can't use Twin Energy for Staraptor, but they can't use their Single Strike Energy, they can't use Twin Energy, anything. Double Turbo for Arceus is quite powerful, isn't it? But I don't think it really works for Arceus, against Arceus, just because they have Trinity Nova, and they probably would have done that attack by then, because you're evolving a stage 2, your Orbeetle, and you're passing the turn attacking with that card. So if you go first, on your second turn, oh, you can actually do it though. Because if you go first, you can actually summon your Dusknoir, you can pull it out onto your bench, and activate the ability, passing the turn after your second turn. And that means on your opponent's second turn, after evolving the Arceus, they can Starbirth for the Double Turbo, but they can't attack because Double Turbo only gives them only provides one colorless. So that's the power of Orbeetle. If you're lucky enough to do Rare Candy on your second, if you're lucky enough to go first, then you can bind Arceus from attacking on your second turn. I'm not sure why it shakes like that. I mean, if it shakes like that, usually it means it has no effect. But if you summon only one stage 2 with Evomancy for some reason, it gives that unsatisfying, that discontentful shake, which is not very nice to see, but oh well. Okay, Single Strike Urshifu discarded. They got nothing in play but Abomasnows and Houndoom. I don't think Houndoom can attack now. Without a Darkness basic. I don't think they have a Darkness basic. So they can't attack with Houndoom, they can't attack with Abomasnow. If they have Impact Energy, if they have Aurora Energy, they can't attack still. Because all special energies are now colorless. That's the power of Dusknoir. That's gonna be Temple of Sinnoh, the same thing as your Dusknoir's ability, but that's a Stadium card. Your opponent can easily play their own Stadium or a Flannery to remove that effect completely. So that's why Dusknoir is so powerful. And it's gonna get rotated out pretty soon, so make sure you use that card while you can with a Dream Ball or anything. I've seen people play Dream Ball with Dusknoir, very powerful. Orbeetle with Dusknoir. It's quite essential to have that card though. I don't think you can part with... You can't afford not to play a single... You have to at least have one copy inside any Orbeetle deck that you build. It's essential. Especially against meta decks. If you can't afford to have that one copy though, it's better just to opt for better consistency, just because if you need other abilities like, I don't know, Quick Shoot, whatever, I don't think there's any other abilities that's better than this one. But oh well. It actually affects your own Pokemon as well, so it's not perfect. So they did Single Strike Roar, but they're stuck, they can't attack. They got no supporter cards, they got nothing in their hand. This is quite sad. They did a boss for the stall. We have a Marnie in our hand, but we're not gonna play it. We're just gonna Recycler and maybe attack with the Rillaboom. Oh, they just conceded though. They just conceded, which is quite sad. I did not see that coming. I was expecting them to go for the long game because they actually still have Urshifu to attack. They can attach the basic fighting. They did laser focus just now, so I'm pretty sure they have fighting. I'm sure they have fighting basic energy inside the attack, and they can actually attack with Urshifu. They got Abomasnow for that extra HP as well. So they just need to wait for that Urshifu to come out, but I don't think they have that many supporter. Just because Houndoom is helping them attack every single turn, so if they collect the prize card, they can draw faster, I suppose. If you have a lot of Houndooms in play, you essentially don't need much to keep on attacking. You can actually do Darkness Fang at least. Since you're, you know, Psychic Ghost type are quite powerful. What do you call that? Are quite in season nowadays, so I don't think it's that bad to attack with Houndoom. If you do 90 damage, you're doing 180 against a Ghost type. So right now we're up against Lucario, Lycanroc, a double fighting type. Lycanroc for the bench snipe, the partial bench snipe, and it does actually 200 damage for the basic, and 170 if I'm not mistaken, or 190 for the VMAX, and then 30 extra damage to the bench. If your opponent has a bench Pokemon with 60 HP or less remaining, they get to knock it out with Hunting Snipe, the first attack. Hunting Claw, my bad. Hunting Claw, the first attack. And Lucario actually helps them get the energies, so they don't need a Rose or a Bay. They actually just need energy switch with Lucario to give them that extra 1 energy on Lycanroc. But if your opponent plays a Crushing Hammer though, so they played both Collapse Stadium and Avery, which is horrible, because we are now forced to only bench 4 Pokemons. Discarded a Sobble at that. This is like really, really bad. If they can somehow attack this turn with the 200 damage, doing 200 damage, we're dead. But I think they're going to evolve right now. So I think our best bet here is to Strong Breeze. Put that card, that ominous VMAX, back inside the deck. That rocky, dangerous VMAX. I think we have to play a Bruno. Unfortunately, we're just going to Voltage Speed first, just in case we get our energy cards into our hand. And Strong Breeze this turn. Oh, we actually decided to do the Rillaboom. Oh, because it's a rock type, so it's actually weak towards Lycanroc is weak towards grass type, so that's why I chose to do Hammer in. But at the last minute, I decided to go for Staraptor instead, just because we still need 2 strikes to kill the Lycanroc. And 2 strikes is not really that smart. If they kill our active on the next turn, then we are left with nothing but 1 Rillaboom in play, which is going to be quite horrible. I don't think Dusknoir is going to help us much. So we're only doing 260 just because they have a stone, but anything else is going to collect the knockout on the next turn. But if they kill our Rillaboom, if we pass the turn attacking with that card, they're definitely going to kill it, and that means we can't do Spinning Bird on the next turn unless if we get a Twin Energy, and I don't think we're going to get it that easily. And we can't actually kill the Lycanroc on our next turn, so we're forced to play Strong Breeze either ways, so might as well just save it on the bench. And they just did a boss order. At least they're wasting that card. No more boss, maybe 1 more, but let's just hope they, you know, have it inside the prize or discard it by mistake with a research. I don't think they're gonna get that lucky to get it a second time in a row. So we got a Twin Energy though. Let's do Voltage Beat and attach the Twin for Strong Breeze. And then slowly kill off everything else with our Spinning Bird. They actually got a Memory Capsule for that 200 damage attack. I don't think they can attack on their next turn if they use that. Or maybe they can't use the same attack, I'm not sure. It's quite easy to do a double switch though if you have an Air Balloon. So switch Air Balloon. They have a Zamazenta to reduce damage done by VMAX Pokemon, so they are fighting type Pokemon. All of their fighting, I think only fighting V. I'm not sure, only fighting V cards. Take 20 less damage from your opponent's VMAX Pokemon. So let's do Voltage Beat and then just kill the Snorlax right now. We chose to attach to the Rillaboom, preparing for a Lycanroc knockout. And we actually get to play a supporter. Let's do Marnie. If we do Marnie right now, we actually get to force them, make it a bit more difficult for them to evolve. Let's hope they don't evolve to Lycanroc. If they do, we need to somehow attack with the other. I think we should be doing Spinning Bird first and then the Hammer in. Or if they... I don't think they're gonna attach 2 Stone Energy, right? If they attach 2 Stone Energy, then we are forced to play the Rillaboom first. Because if they boss the Rillaboom after our first Spinning Bird, then we are forced to do a Spinning Bird a second time to collect the knockout. And it may not do the knockout hit if they attach a second Stone. So here comes the magic. Look at that, the magic trick. Energy switch, attach another energy from their hand for 200 damage, drawing 1 prize, and passing the turn they have 1 card in their hand. At least they don't have nothing. They got actually 4 prize remaining, they are 1 prize faster. So we actually have to be quite wary right now. We actually get to knock it out though. We get to kill the Lycanroc this turn, which is quite big. They did not evolve. So 260 damage with Hammer in, that's just right to kill it. More than enough actually. We're gonna do Cynthia. Let's just remove everything and do the Recycler later. I don't think we should be recycling right now. Because they can't kill us, right? Let's do Hammer in, draw 2 prize, and now we just need to kill the V card and the Lucario. So let's just aim for a boss order to kill the Zamazenta. Oh, they just gave us it. They just gave us the Zamazenta. But I don't think we can kill it with 1 hit though. We're gonna have to do 2 strikes to kill the Zamazenta. So let's aim for a boss order knocking out the Zamazenta. If we get our Aurora energy, we actually top deck an Aurora though, look at that. We got Aurora, that means we get to do Zen Hitbud, but we actually didn't realize it until much later. We wanted to do Evomancy a second time, but at the last minute we realized that we could do Zen Hitbud for the knockout, because Zamazenta is actually a fighting type, and fighting type means we actually get to hit 240 damage with Zen Hitbud. And all we need to do later after that is to either Spinning Bird, or we can even do Zen Hitbud to kill the Lucario. Lucario is weak to a Psychic type and it's only 110 HP. 120, sorry. Is it 130 HP? I'm not sure. I don't know. 120 HP, I'm pretty sure. So Lucario has very low HP and they actually have 4 damage counter on it as well. Hammer in is enough to kill it. So if whatever happens, we just need our escape rope to kill the Lucario on the bench, unless if they bench another V card. So they just conceded, we won. And we can actually kill the Lycanroc with our Rillaboom as well. So we actually got quite lucky just because we're hitting both the weakness. We're hitting Grass type against the Rock Lycanroc, Rock Ground Pokemon, and Psychic, our Orbeetle against the fighting Zamazenta and the fighting Lucario. So if they play Lucario VSTAR, I don't think Orbeetle can do a 1-hit knockout, but the V card is dead though. Any V card basic can be killed if they are fighting type and if we use our Zen Hitbud at just the right time. Okay, now we're up against Smeargle. Smeargle, a 1-hit KO deck, doing 270 max damage plus 30 more if you have a choice spell. So that's actually 300 damage, enough to kill a V-Star, which is quite crazy. You just need all 8 different types of basic energy in your hand, which is quite a big demand. You got your Eldegoss to summon it, or your Gordie. They actually are playing Gordie, but Gordie means they actually have to play a lot of energy cards inside their deck to be able to draw it out into their hand. So as you'll see later, they actually find it quite difficult to bench their Pokemon because they don't have enough trainer cards to search for the basic. They don't have enough setup cards, which is horrible. I don't think you get to play a deck without those foundations. So their deck is actually quite weak because they have no foundation. They have Gordie, a lot of energies. They have a lot of ways of getting them out. Doing the first KO fast, but I don't think they can bench that easily. I don't think can pull out their Pokemon that easily. We got our rare candy for Evomancy. Quite lucky without a Sobble, but it happens. I mean, it's not too rare, it does happen. So let's do Evomancy for one of each. They actually need to attach another energy, just because Dusknoir is forcing them to, you know, is turning that twin energy into a single colorless. So let's do, I don't know, we're having an emoji battle here. We're having an emoji battle. We're gonna do Bird Keeper to for Spinning Bird. We can actually attack with Strong Breeze to collect the knockout. Not collect to win the game, because they have no bench. If they don't bench anything passing the turn, we may be able to do Strong Breeze for the win. But we don't have an energy in our hand though, so it's quite risky. They're gonna do a knockout this turn. So Bird Keeper may not get us the energy. That's why it's safer, I would say, to just pass the turn not attacking first, or maybe attack with a Rillaboom. I don't think we can. We need 3 energies at least. If we top deck an energy, that'd be great. So let's just play Bird Keeper. We're gonna decide whether we want to do that. We can't actually use a training card. They are playing a training card, but we don't have any basic energy discarded, so sadly we couldn't use that. As you'll see, we played our Bird Keeper for the Dusknoir, which was quite cowardly because it's only 3 cards. It's only the top 3 cards. You may not get anything. You may not get the energy, and if you don't, they're gonna kill your Staraptor on the next turn, which is horrible. So let's just Voltage Beat to the Staraptor. I think it's smarter to Voltage Beat to the Rillaboom, and then attach 1 energy to the Staraptor, because that actually guarantees us double attacker. Whichever one they knock out with the boss, we're still good to go. But I was actually preparing the Blipbug so that we can actually summon more copies of our stage 2, just in case they started benching their Eldegoss and their, you know, or their Milotic or something like that. If they're playing Gordie, I think they're playing Milotic, right? I don't think Eldegoss Gordie makes much sense. So Gordie for 1 energy. No boss, no Marnie, that's perfect, fabulous. We got our energy recycler. I don't think we need anything else. We just need to Voltage Beat and that's it. If they do Escaper, we're just gonna sacrifice our Blipbug. So that's it. It's the end of the game. They pass the turn, playing no bench Pokemon. Ridiculous. That's why I say Foundations is the best. It's the most important thing. You can't go without Foundations. You need your setup cards. You need your Level Ball, Incense. They don't need an Incense, but VIP Pass, Quick Ball, anything to get your other Pokemons set up. You need to capture them. You need to do something. And we actually did Strong Breeze for the win right there, which is ridiculous. They got no bench, no Pokemon in play. We won the game by having, you know, by having a battalion, by having troops. They have no troops in the battlefield. Okay, now we're up against a colorless type. A flying type, possibly. Is it an Arceus? Is it... They have an Arceus coin, but it's like the old Arceus coin. The oldest coin ever. Hallpat, Avery, Big Charm. Standard. Maybe a Disruption deck because they have Avery. Togekiss, okay, they're playing Togekiss. So that means we need Dusknoir like crazy. We're just gonna bench another Sobble. I don't think we need the second Blipbug. We just need double Level Ball, double Shady. We got 1 in our hand and a Level Ball as well. If they Marnie us, we may get our Rare Candy or at least a support card. So they just did a Marnie, there we go. If we Shady, we could have done our Rare Candy evolution for at least 1 stage 2 summon, and we're gonna get our Dusknoir for sure. Because if they don't attach the energy this turn, they can't actually attack on their next with a double turbo. If they attach it this turn though, we can't, there's nothing we can do, right? They can't attack because they can't evolve yet. But they pass the turn not attacking, and we did our rare candy this turn. There we go. We got it. We're gonna do Schoolgirl for another 4 cards. Hopefully get the twin energy. We got no twin, that's fine. Let's just do double summon. Let's get a Rillaboom and our Spectral Breach to buy us an extra turn to do Evomancy a second time for that Staraptor. We're just gonna do Spectral Breach. They can't attack, not even with a double turbo. They can use the first attack though, but it's not doing much. It's only doing 70 damage to, or maybe 90, if I'm not mistaken. If they have a powerful energy, they are doing 110 damage. So powerful energy can actually kill the Orbeetle, I think. Is it 110 or is it 90? I'm not too sure. I forgot about Togekiss. Sorry, guys. And they just conceded though, because they got nothing in their hand apparently. If they play Bibarel, if they do the VMAX evolution, they can't attack, and I suppose that's why they concede. Because they got really annoyed with that Spectral Breach. I think they're playing Sharon with the Togekiss. If they do Sharon, they can't actually do the double turbo every single turn. They can't attack immediately after doing the Sharon, because they need 2 energies from their hand. That's the power of Togekiss, right? To be able to do the turbo attack with that double turbo, but Dusknoir is denying them that effect, that double effect. Single colorless. And that's the thing that made them concede. Crazy. So we got, they got a Arceus deck box and a Lunala deck sleeve. Pretty cool. The Sun and Moon deck sleeve. We got our Grass colorless deck sleeve for our Flying type and our Rillaboom. Grookey coin for Rillaboom and Psychic deck sleeve for our Orbeetle. So we're actually playing 2 different types. Staraptor doesn't count just because colorless is not hitting for any weakness. We're playing Psychic and Grass, and that 1 Aurora energy to help us hit against Urshifu VMAX, against any other fighting types. Lucario possibly? Lucario V before it evolves. And our Rillaboom is helping us kill rock types and dark types. So Motres, I don't think there's a lot of dark types. Sableye V, Umbreon VMAX. We can actually kill Umbreon with 1 hammer in if they have enough damage counters on it. So if they have no big charm Abomasnow on the Umbreon, if they play Houndooms, if they do single strike roar on it enough times, we can actually do 280 damage to collect the knockout. So don't waste your Rillaboom. We only have 2 copies, but we do have that 1 rod to shuffle it back. Don't waste anything in this deck, because we only have that many to spare. Same goes for any deck that you're playing, but I suppose it's a bit more tight if you're doing a 1 price, especially with a stage 2 box. Is crazy, right? You don't really have the space for much cards. You have to conserve and use them wisely. So they're playing a very meta deck. They have a very powerful combination here, but I don't think it's that smart to use to, you know, have that many inside your deck. They have Rapid Strike combo, they have the Fire Electric combo, and they got Azure Pulse to draw cards. They got Volcarona to shuffle back the energies and to do a lot of damage. They got Blaziken VMAX to, replenish the energy, to attach, to prepare the Rapid Strike Pokemons on their bench, to either do a 1-hit knockout with Rayquaza on the next turn, or a bench snipe with your Zera Aura V. unless if they play a Menifee. So there's a lot going on. I mean, way too much. They can actually draw with one Rayquaza. You just need one copy. They got Lightning Rondo to draw cards as well. Fleetfoot, my bad. Fleetfooted Raikou. We're gonna do Drizzle for a Bruno because we actually need to shuffle them back. Can't afford to play Research or even a Marnie just because we won't be drawing energy cards out or even our supporter cards. So we actually got 2 Staraptors, which is quite ridiculous. We got 2 Staraptors into our hand back. We had to shuffle back another copy. Let's do Evomancy for 2 Rillaboom. Oh, we only have 2 though. We have no Twin Energy. We can only bring 2 out, sadly. Oh well, one of each is good enough for now. They're gonna kill us, and we just need to do Strong Breeze and somehow Spinning Bird all the way. I don't think it's that easy to win this game because they're playing so many V cards. They got Arceus as well. Look at that. This is crazy, isn't it? It's all over the place. It's all over the place. They got so many V cards. They got Blaziken, Rapid Strike Zera. They got Electric combo Raikou, Fire combo Volcarona. I think they're only playing one copy of those cards. I'm not too sure. Arceus Rayquaza alone is powerful enough with your Flaffy. I don't think you need anything else. If you have like Sharon, is gonna help you a lot. Cheryl especially, just because it gets to help you. It helps you heal from both your Arceus and your Rayquaza, but you're gonna have to discard everything though. You got your Flaffy though, right? Flaffy to help you attack with Trinity Nova on the next turn, and then Nova for 3 more energies from your after you're doing the Recycler. If you have a Recycler, which is kind of recommended if you play a Rayquaza deck, or a Volcarona. So obviously Recycler helps you do Trinity Nova much more times to recycle those energies on into play, because Flaffy helps you attack with the V-Star, and then Trinity Nova helps you put it back into play, right? If your opponent somehow right after you play a Cheryl, because you have to discard everything. But you do have to switch though. You have to do a double switch and the Recycler at the same time. So it's quite a lot that you need to pull off in a single turn. I don't think it's that easy to heal everything and attack at the same time. Discard all energies and attach everything back all in a single turn. That would be quite crazy though. If you can pull it off, I don't think it's impossible. Quite easy if you have the right cards like Shade Dealings or I don't know. You got Azure Pulse though. Azure Pulse to draw. If you have enough copies on your bench, you can actually pulse enough times to draw out either your switch card, Air Balloon, or Tower of Waters, whatever, and your energy and your Recycler. So we do a Marnie to disrupt their hand and also to draw out the Recycler, because by then, you know, we would need it by now. On our next turn, we should be playing that card. Let's just do Spinning Bird. Aim to kill this Raikou on the next turn. They're doing so much damage to our bird type, playing electric Pokemon. So let's hope they don't attack with the Arceus or the Zera. If they attack with one or the other, we're done. They may not have the V-Star. I don't know what they're playing because they're playing a lot of different Pokemons. They are playing so many things. So many Pokemons. It's crazy. So many V cards. If they play Adventurous Discovery, they can get it quite easily. Starbirth for a switch card. They actually attach from their hand a basic energy though. So they're not attacking with Arceus apparently. They did another strike with the Raikou, giving us a free knockout on the next turn. We got 3 prize remaining on our opponent's end, so that's really bad. We have all 6 prize remaining. It's gonna be quite difficult to win this game. Let's hang in there and see what happens. See what's going on. We're gonna do Energy Recycler for Hammer in to collect the knockout. We can't actually attack with anything else, sadly. We can only do 20 damage with Ram. They have 50 HP remaining. So it's quite sad that we couldn't do the knockout with anything else but the Rillaboom or our Staraptor. We're just gonna sacrifice this card on the next turn. Probably gonna do Arceus VSTAR. If they do that though, we got our Spinning Bird. We got our Strong Breeze. And then we need to somehow do it a second time to put that Rayquaza back. Because they're probably gonna charge up the Rayquaza. And then after that, we just need to collect one prize at a time. Do Spinning Bird one turn at a time until we collect all the 6 prizes. It's gonna be quite difficult though. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's manageable if we're lucky enough. So let's see what happens. What are they gonna do right now? And they did nothing though. They didn't even do Azure Pulse. That's crazy. They did Trinity Charge right off the bat. Insane. No energies from the hand, nothing. I mean, why are they not doing the Azure Pulse? So let's just do Strong Breeze. I think we should be killing the Arceus. I think that would be smarter. Let's do Hammer in and pass the turn. I don't think we should be drawing too many cards. Let's just do Schoolgirl while we can. And then maybe Cynthia on the next turn. Draw something out. Get them out of the way. Maybe our item cards. Let's just discard the item on the next turn. Oh, we actually got the Beetle. I don't think we have anything else that we need but the Recycler. So Hammer in for 140. This is quite I would say an average gameplay. I don't think it's that competitive because they don't have a VSTAR. They play a bit too late. They're attacking, they're passing too many turns. They're not doing much. But they finally did a boss. And another Trinity Charge. Surprise, surprise. They're not killing us with the Rayquaza yet. They could have done it, but they chose not to. Because they got no Flaffies. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous, right? No Flaffy means Rayquaza only got one shot. Unless if you pass another turn doing a second Trinity Nova. By then you would be dead, right? Unless your opponent can't do a one. So if you do your first strike before your Arceus get damaged, you actually got 2 strikes to charge up your Pokemon on the bench. If your opponent damages your Arceus on the bench first with the boss, or if you haven't attacked yet in the active spot, if they damage you first, you only got 1 strike unless if you play a Sharon or a Cheryl. So 1 strike is not enough for Rayquaza unless if you have Flaffy and Air Balloons. That's why I say you don't have the space for those other cards. It's crazy that they're playing so many Pokemons. Blaziken, Zeraora, Volcarona, Raikou, it's insane. They got Raikou as well. So we're gonna do Strong Breeze right now. Take advantage of the Rayquaza having so many energy cards in their hand. So many energies attached. We actually get to put them put all of the tool cards, evolution, and the energy cards back inside the deck. Force them to search them back and target something else. Because we got 2 prizes remaining. We can't just choose to attack something else. They got 2 prizes remaining as well though. I don't think Volcarona is doing a knockout. I don't think they have enough energy in the discard pile. If they do, I don't think we should be passing the turn, killing, shuffling that card back. It would be wiser to hit it with Spinning Bird right now, and then collect the knockout with our Hammer in on the next turn because we can actually kill the Rayquaza with our Rillaboom. If they boss the Rillaboom though, we need to attach another Twin Energy for us to do Spinning Bird a second time. So if they have a third boss, I think we're done. But we decided to do Strong Breeze so that we actually get to target something else. We don't have a Choice Belt, so unfortunately we can't do a one-hit knockout against a V card. But we may be able to do a two-hit knockout against a VMAX. Very likely are able to do. So it's not dead, look at that. 120 damage, not enough to kill the Staraptor. It's quite crazy that we survived a Volcarona Surging Flames because we shuffled all their energy cards back into the deck. So they have not enough inside the discard pile. We got Energy Recycler, I think that's it. If they retreat though, or switch, if they somehow kill the Staraptor, they can actually do a switch and clutch. If they have a fire energy in their hand, they can Blaziken for 60 damage, enough to kill us with one hit. So they attach the energy for the retreat cost just now, so that means no Blaziken. Blaziken VMAX is not allowed to attack. Not even with a Raihan. Okay, so let's just attack it right now. We're gonna do Spinning Bird and then Hammer in. They got Pikachu as well, look at that. They're playing so many different Pokemons. Insane, they got Pikachu as well. It's refreshing though to see a non-meta deck in play. It's quite smart to play all of those Fire Lightning Pokemons with your Rayquaza, because you're playing you know, the basic energy cost types, and you're also doing Raikou to draw cards. Raikou is really good if you're playing any lightning energies in your deck or lightning Pokemon. And they have the Rapid Strike combo as well, the Rapid Strike team synergy for Blaziken, Rayquaza, and Zera. And here comes Blaziken, clutch for the knockout. We did, that's it, that's the end of the game. We did our energy recycler for the final two energies, doing 140 damage with Hammer in to collect the knockout against Blaziken because it has no heat energy, it has no big charm, it has only 320 base damage, sorry, base HP. So all we need is to do Hammer in for knockout. And that's it, we won the game. Against a non-meta Rayquaza Arceus deck. Arceus Rayquaza VMAX. Pretty unconventional. They got a Berry in this as well. Berry is not good. You only get to draw 3 cards, no other effects. Sometimes no other effects is a good thing, but I would say most times not so much. So we got a lot of Blipbug evolutions, but no rare candies. We even got a Shauna in our hand. Okay, now we're up against Darkness deck, I think. We need our rare candy, that means we don't even have an energy though. We got the energy, that's great. So only 10 energies for this deck. I think we have 11 now. 11 for the Aurora. So 1 Aurora, 3 Twin, and 7 basic grass. That's a total of 11, right? Okay, we did a Shauna for virtually nothing in our hand. We got a Marnie though at least. Okay, they're doing Alcremie. Interesting. One price Alcremie with Rayquaza. They actually have the amazing Rayquaza for this list. So the main attacker is actually that Rayquaza, and Alcremie is only there to help you attach energy with Cafe Master, and they got Energy Switch in there as well for you to do amazing burst for 240 base damage. And then if you have another type of energy attached with your Darkness for Motres, Motres Energy Switch, you can actually do up to 320 damage with 4 different type of energies discarded using that attack. So 80x damage for each type of basic energy discarded from this Pokemon while you use this attack. We got our Bird Keeper. We're just gonna do 𝘕𝓸𝓻𝓮𝓼 first, and then Shady Dealings on the next turn. We have to Shady for a Evolution Incense, and then Bird Keeper to draw out our stage 2 cards with Evomancy, and that's it. We just need to build from there after the first Evomancy. That's it, right? So Energy Switch, they got not much though. They didn't get an attack this turn, so they're giving us another turn, another free turn to do whatever the hell we want. I think we're gonna have to drizzle for a Marnie, unfortunately. What are we gonna do here? We can actually kill off the Alcremie with Zen Headbutt, but I think the best bet is to play a boss right now. So let's do a boss. We have an Ultra Ball though. So Ultra Ball is going to get us the evolution, and then let's do a Marnie. I'm not too sure. Okay, we did Shady Dealings for, I think I was deciding whether to get the Marnie or the Rod. Because if we do a Rod, we don't need to play a Marnie. We got a Ultra Ball in our hand. That means we get to discard the Staraptor or the Dusknoir. I think discarding Staraptor is smarter. Dusknoir is not doing anything against against a basic colorful energy deck. They're playing colorful energy. That means they're playing basics, but they may have the twin for Alcremie to do the alternate attack. You can also attack with Alcremie, so it's always smart to think about how many attackers you have inside your deck. For this deck, we actually have 7 attackers, 8 attackers. Well, 9 if I'm not mistaken. 1 Orbeetle, 2 Staraptor, Orbeetle, Staraptor, Rillaboom. Well, only 3 attackers, sorry. I don't know why I come up with 8. I'm a bit tired, so my brain is a bit foggy. It's past the 1 hour mark. I'm really tired now. So they got Bibarel to draw cards. We got Energy Switch, Cafe Master. We got our boss order in our hand. Did he Cafe Master again? Alcremie, really cool ability. Cafe order. I forgot what it's called actually. Special order, I think. Let's do Marnie and attack with. There we go. We collect an extra knockout with the Orbeetle. Zen Headbutt for 120 damage, enough to kill a level ball card. Enough to draw that extra 1 prize with a Pokemon that's not supposed to attack, right? We're supposed to be attacking with Staraptor and Rillaboom, but Orbeetle gets, just because of that 1 Aurora energy, we get to attack with it as well. So we're gonna Voltage Beat for that final copy onto our Staraptor. We're gonna play Marnie on the next turn. Let's do Zen Headbutt. So I underestimated the Alcremie. You'll see later that it actually gets to do a knockout on the next turn. So Alcremie is a beast. You don't really need that many energies. If your opponent is playing a 1 price, Alcremie can kill you quite easily. 170 damage already. So they got Air Balloon, they got Marnie. And we just got nothing in our hand. I think we are forced to bench that Sobble, just in case we get a level ball for Drizzile. We may not have the second copy inside the deck, so that's what I'm afraid of. We don't get to play Spinning Bird, unfortunately. They gave us a training card, so we get to attack and draw a prize card this turn, at least. We're gonna bench the Sobble, prepare for our Shady and Spinning Bird. We're gonna keep that ability just because we may fare better attaching our grass to Rillaboom. If they are killing our Staraptor this turn, we can actually attack with Rillaboom later on. Okay, they got Motres V on the bench. Rillaboom is gonna kill it with 1 hit. Rayquaza is very low HP, only 120, so I'm not too worried about that card. Okay, they're not doing much. They got 2 different types of energy. They need a grass and a fire, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, a fighting. They need a grass and a fighting. Grass fighting, they just need a fighting, my bad. Switch. Okay, they're giving us 1 extra turn. They're skipping the attack this turn. That means we get to collect a free knockout. We're 2 prizes ahead now. If they somehow retreat back to something else and boss our Rillaboom, I would be quite sad. Okay, let's do Voltage Beat. I don't think we have enough energy inside the deck though, so I actually did a training card, and now we're gonna do Shady Dealings for Energy Recycler or maybe a Research. I'm not sure what to do here. I think the best thing is to opt for that Research. I don't think we need the Rod. So we're gonna Research. We don't have a Rod, my bad. We don't have a Rod in our hand, so we don't need to discard it. We're gonna do Spinning Bird, and then we got a Twin Energy and a Recycler. That's great. Let's just recycle now, just in case they somehow Marnie again, which would be very, very annoying. So do it while we can, and while there's enough energy, discard it for us to make a difference. Spinning Bird a 3rd time for the 3rd prize. Now we just need a boss to Spinning Bird either the Lumineon or hammer in the Motres. I think it's smarter to do Rillaboom to kill the Motres. That way we get to slowly kill off anything else after that. Because Motres can do a lot of damage. We are playing the V cards though, that means well, V supports, right? That means you get to draw 2 prizes for each knockout. So, Amazing Burst, you actually are forced to discard all energies from this Pokemon and do only 80 damage for each basic energy attached to it. So it's not perfect. It has its limits, obviously. Okay, double Rillaboom. We're gonna do it. Got the recycler. Oh, we actually have it inside the deck, right? Didn't we have the recycler just now? Did they play a Marnie? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. I'm a bit blurred, a bit phased out. Really tired. Should take a break, but I don't think I want to, because it's almost to the end right now. Almost finishing. Let's just power through the final moments. Okay. Cafe Master and Amazing Pokemon. I don't think it works that well though, just because even though you can attach those energy and energy switch for the extra one copy, you still need to somehow search for that one specific type inside your deck. If you are missing a grass energy and you have nothing but lightning and fighting, you can't actually attack with max burst. Amazing burst, my bad. Also, 240 damage is not quite enough to kill a VSTAR. You need exactly 4 different type of energy discarded. That means you need not only the basic energy cost, not only to satisfy the energy cost with 3 basic energies, but also to do the Motres energy switch for that extra 80 damage. Marnie is gonna be quite bad. All at the bottom. We got the recycler though. We got even a rod in our hand, which is great. So we're gonna hammer in rod and recycler, and then hammer in the second time, and that's it. Okay. Industrious Incisor, Bibarel. That's gonna be the new tech, right? Everybody's gonna spam that card. It's gonna be the new Chinchino. Bibarel is the new Chinchino. Liepard is the new Chinchino, but Bibarel is kind of like the same type as Chinchino, so I kind of wanted to call it the real Chinchino. Nobody plays Liepard, right? Because it's not a level ball card. It doesn't do much. If you're not playing Eternatus, might as well not play Liepard. There's always a way to make it work though, off the meta. So there's always a way to build a strong deck with Liepard support that doesn't require Eternatus to give you that bench buff or turbo attacks, turbo knockouts. That's the power of Eternatus, right? Okay, we got 1 prize remaining. That's it. We won the game. It's not too late for them to turn over, maybe. I think it is. Because Motres can't even attack. They need 2 darkness energy, and they got only 1. Max burst again. It's quite surprising that they get to do it every single turn though, which is kind of an amazing feat, I would say. Okay, we got our recycler, we got our rod. We're gonna do the twin energy. Let's just save it in our hand for when we get the Staraptor back out. So we're gonna do Evomancy later. Oh, we actually won the game already. We knocked out the Rayquaza for the final kill, drawing the last prize for the win. And it was research. Renma Gusta. They got a score bunny coin. So winning the coin flip is a huge deal because we actually need to evolve faster than our opponent. Going first allows you to evolve early and do your Evomancy on your second turn. Because you can't actually play that card. You can't do Red Candy until your second, until your second turn. So might as well go first. If you don't get an energy on your first turn, you're probably gonna research for a twin energy or something. If you don't get a twin, going second. If you go second, or if you don't get a twin, that would be super bad. not unrecoverable, but you know, not the ideal case either. So Togekiss again, but they're playing electric combo. They got electric energy now instead of the double turbo barrel. They still are quite, you know, quite certainly gonna play Spectral Breach. Did I just say Spectral Breach? Quite certainly gonna play double turbo to help them play Cheryl, Sharon, search for Cheryl, Sharon, and then double turbo all over again. Or Zen to shuffle it back. I think Cheryl is quite bad though, just because you have to discard that special energy. That means you can't attack on the next turn without drawing out another copy. And if you play enough, if you discard enough copies, you can't actually do it anymore. So Sharon is better than Cheryl just because you get to recycle that card into your hand. But you actually have to risk getting bossed on your bench though. You have to bench another Togekiss to be able to evolve on your next turn another VMAX. And they just conceded though, because we won. We actually won because we did our strong breeze. They got no bench, so we actually win with Staraptor. So that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Have a great day and bye for now, lovely people. Enjoy your life.